Xinnian Gozaimasu. Happy Lunar New Year of the Tiger. And for those to go for more of the moon stuff, happy new moon in Aquarius. How's everybody doing today? So typically around this weekend, I tend to go to Chinatown and celebrate with the people. But as it is, excuse me, I'm almost speaking with Carolina Reaper right now, so probably if I sound a little bit stuffed and coffee, because spices are going up in here. Anyway, because of the weather and also just COVID protocols, really, I haven't been able to make my annual pilgrimage up there in the last 3 years. But I still have a little bit of a gift for you, which is this Aquarius new moon / Lunar New Year ceremony for you. I'm in much better mood than I was earlier. I've been really tired the past couple days, but now I'm starting to perk up just a little bit. So now I feel ready to excuse me, to give back to my community, give back to my sisters and brothers and bro sis and everybody in between up in the internets. So got a little something up here from Athena Paracas's book of Blessings and Ritual, aka the Sage Goddess. And February is considered the month of self-care and awareness. And this year's Lunar New Year is pretty special because, well, at least for me, it's in the year of the tiger. I was born in the year of the monkey. So already there's going to be quite a few challenges here. And this is where we especially need to be more compassionate with ourselves, okay? Also, tigers are going to have a slightly hard time this year too. But again, important to give yourself loads of compassion and loads of fun. All right? Just because you're going to have some hard times doesn't mean you're not going to experience joy. Of course you are. It's going to be very hard won. All right? And the other thing is that this new moon in Aquarius is also kind of the polar opposite of Leo. I'm a Leo. Leo's in Aquarius it's like oil and water. Kind of funny I say that. But it's basically like that. It's a bit of a mismatch. But it's kind of funny considering I was born in a water year. You know, I have very little to almost no water in my chart. But anyway, since this is the first new moon of this calendar year, actually, no, second one, because it technically happened on New Year's Day, but in terms of actual, like, on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, so it became doubly powerful starting this year, which was to make our intentions in the very beginning of this year. But in case you didn't, here's another chance for you to do so. And for those who don't really believe in New Year's resolutions or you decide to wait until the end of January to do this, you're in luck. This is a beautiful time to do that, okay? And I am happy to say there's a little additional boost to this ritual, as I got a couple of candles from a site called Art of the Root. I use their oils pretty regularly, especially their attraction oil, as well as their soaps. They smell amazing. Excuse me. Their soaps smell amazing. Their soaps smell amazing. Their stuff just smells great. Just overall, highly recommend their stuff if you don't use them for spiritual tools. And overall, I just got a good vibe off of these, really. So give them a shot. I also give thanks to Full Moon Radio. They're the ones who made these full moon and new moon sprays, and they also make amazing playlists I'll see if they make one for this month on their thing, because they make some really, really good ones. They have not made one for. They have not made one for. They have not made some for this year just yet, but they have really good mixes. You definitely need to give them a listen. Okay, let me see if they have a January new moon. They do. Well, actually, it's February, actually. So they do. They have a February mix right here. That's for full moon, though. Let me see if I can find a new moon one. March, June, October. It's been a little while since I've done some music on the stream, because usually I tend to. Okay, they have a new moon mix. Excellent. Because usually I tend to censor my playlists a little bit because I can't really share them. But this time I actually will put some up just a little bit. I'll keep the volume extra low so that way I do not get struck. As you do. All right. And then I'm also going to put up a timer as well, because we're going to do a little bit of writing. Yes, we're going to do some journaling together. Isn't this fun? All right. Let me just go ahead and get a meditation bell sound here. Let's get that sound in here. Okay, we're gonna do about 30 minutes of gonna do about 30 minutes of journaling together, which you will hear. Let me see how. So it's going to sound something like this. There we go. So let me see what the small bell sounds like. Okay, so kind of similar, but I'm going to go with the big one. So the site that uses this bell is inspired by, it's awakeningbell.org, and it's inspired by the late Thich Nhat Hanh, who talks about the bell as a method of awareness, if you want to give it a shot. I also like the app Insight Timer. Excuse me. I also like the app Insight Timer. Insight Timer is free for everybody, so give it a shot. So here's Awakening Bell. It's another free thing you can carry with you. You're welcome. And the music that I'm going to be playing tonight, it's going to be low volume, for obvious reasons, is from Full Moon Radio. So here we are. You are welcome if you want to play it yourself and enjoy it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with setting the space. So I'm going to do like a short and sweet one, so that way if you happen to celebrate more properly, you can get back to feasting. And for those who do not go as all out, you at least have some chill time to yourself. And also can get back to work. All right. So let's go ahead and clear out any frustrations and exhaustion you may have built up throughout the day. Establish your here and now. Anything that does not serve you can be released right now. And you welcome in all the good things. May you think good thoughts. May you see beauty. May you hear wisdom. Smell wonderful smells. Smell is very underestimated. Taste beautiful things. Say empowering things. And feel wonderful things. Know that love is always near. All right. And now we got to put some of that, some beautiful positive energy. Give it a little boost right here. There we go. It was not working when I was doing this on New Year's. I had to take off the top and like just sprinkle it. But now it's actually working today, so. So it's got some citrine, some clear quartz, bergamot, jasmine, chamomile, some spring water, and some love. Gotta buy some more bottles of this stuff. It smells amazing. And then we're going to do something a little bit different today, where instead of calling in the 4 directions like we traditionally would, instead, we're going to create a sanctuary, a bubble of safety. Which can be just as powerful as the 4 directions. If those who don't feel as comfortable with doing the 4 directions thing, there's another way you can do it. Candles and elemental stuff already is very powerful. So even if you're not into the 4 directions, you can still invoke the elements in a different way. So I'm going to show you that. So I've got the water with the spray. Got the air with the sage and also coming with the incense. We got the fire with the candle and also just lighting implements. And then the earth. It can be sand. It could be a crystal. It could be any tangible object you've got. Water could also be oil. Gonna seal ourselves with this oil after this. All right, gonna go ahead and get that music going. Gonna keep it low for the sake of copyright. And also, if you want to put on your own thing, that is totally fine too. Go ahead and do this now. It's a little bit of a bop because it's more for empowering more energy into the space. So want to go a little bit more down vibe, that is fine too. That's more for a full moon thing. So if you want to push it just a little bit, that's fine too. Do whatever feels comfortable to you. All right. All right, so go ahead and take some time, take a few deep breaths. Just let out the day, whatever you've been carrying. It is out the door right now. Completely out the door. And then imagine at a nice orb of light. You see it right on the horizon, a very gentle one that you can gaze at. And then it starts coming towards you. The orb starts coming closer. And you know that orb is nice and safe and warm. And it is going to give you a deep sense of strength and inner knowing. And that is your orb of peace. And slowly it starts to embrace you and welcome you in and cover the surroundings that you're in right now. Don't worry, it'll still be there when you come back. And now start to imagine a place that you feel most like yourself. You feel the most free. A place where you feel you can draw your power from. It can be real or in your imagination or both. Have those sights come into full focus for you now. Even if you can't see it clearly, that's fine. Feel the energy of the place. Smell it. Taste it. It's all right there. And know that you can always come back to that place at any time. Notice any presence that's with you, any helpful guidance, connection, or just company. Remember once again that you are safe in this place. And with this energy in your mind, in your heart, in your existence, know that this inner place is always here. That as you step forward into the world, know that you can carry this energy with you. And with that, you can open your eyes and light your candle. That is the sanctuary that you just created. In order to have that sense of safety, you first think about it, then embody it, and then bring it in, welcome it in, and it's yours. No price tag, no cost. Bring in that wind. Put the incense right here. And then we shall bring in the oil, water, today I'm using Held, also by Sage Goddess. It's a limited edition perfume, so I don't know if they still have it anymore because it uses an attar that's no longer being made. But if you happen to find it, go get it. If not, anything you have is just effective. Even your own mind. You don't have to go so fancy. Even something as simple as a candle and incense works just as fine. So my musical video went out the window because you actually have to have an account nowadays to be able to listen. I only got 5 minutes into the mix, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. All right. So, what I'm going to want you to do is we're going to do some journaling together. For me, I'm also going to be doing a repeat of my Awakened Goddess training. So I'm going to be writing some stuff from that in the meantime. So we're going to have a small bell, which will ring every 10 minutes. And then the big bell that will ring in 30. So the 10-minute bells will basically tell you how much time there is left. And then the big bell will tell you, like, okay, time's up. Give yourself some time to breathe. See how far you've come and see how far you are going to go. Okay? I'm smelling the perfume really strongly now, and it smells great. And then we're going to end with a little prayer for self-care and self-love. Most importantly, self-compassion. Because we do not deliver enough of that to ourselves. Let's make it a habit this year. We care for ourselves as much as we care about other people. That we are worthy. And we are ready to do this change. All right. Let's go ahead and get started, my friends. Got your piece of paper or your journal or whatever you've got? Let's go. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's do it. Alright, the 10-minute bells didn't exactly work, but at least the half an hour one finally did. Ooh. So now we're going to conclude the circle with a couple of things. First with an invocation of self-love, as well as a beautiful quote by Neil Gaiman. Today, at middle winter, I feel a stirring. All around me, signs of life emerge from beneath blankets of snow and ice. Within me, life emerges too, and I honor the return of light, strengthening my life force on this sacred day. I light a candle to Bridget, goddess of the eternal flame. I am grateful for Mother Earth and her gifts. I invoke the radiant energy of the sun as I feel the days growing longer. The sun's gentle return, the flame, its rays spreading warmth across the land, across my heart. I am the light. I share my light with others, and in doing so, my light expands. May all that I touch grow, bloom, and flourish, with love and in beauty always. Amen, aho, and so it is. So, as we close the circle and we step out into out of our sanctuary and come into this new place, I share with you this New Year's wish and this beautiful quote by Neil Gaiman. I hope that in this year to come, you make mistakes, because if you are making mistakes, then you are making new things, trying new things, learning, living, pushing yourself, changing the world. You're doing things you've never done before. And more importantly, you're doing something. Thank you so much for joining me in this journey. I wish I had time to do a card pull, but unfortunately I have something to do. But please feel free to jump back on my channel on Thursday. If you're into gaming, I am playing Dandara Trials of Fear Edition this Thursday. It's actually a Thursday thing now. Wednesdays I've pretty much given up on doing streams that day. But Thursday night I'll be playing Dandara Trials of Fear Edition. This Saturday I'll be doing Sneaky Sasquatch. And Sunday we're going to be playing more Escape Simulator, which applies to Tantalus. I also have a card shop on my Fiverr shop. It's by commission only. Help me get pretty smart, as well as Blue Period get a second season. Go on help.netflix.com/whatever language you've got /title request. And here's my social media in case you want to check out stuff outside of this channel. I'm also planning on doing an upload of my second channel, Theological Otaku, really soon. So keep an eye out for that. And finally, as a personal land acknowledgement, this episode is being recorded in the lands of the Lenape and the Nanticoke nations. For more information, please check out native-land.ca. The link is in the description of my YouTube channel. So once again, thank you very much for joining me. Happy New Year, once again. And may your heart be your guiding key. Till next time, I'll see you later. Bye.